Welcome to Babito's Casito. So wipe your feet, have a seat, and let's get started. Welcome, man. Whoo! It is another good morning. Well, I'm recording this in the morning, so a good morning to you guys. But man, this is great. I think we're on 13, 14. We're very close to the season finale, man. Very, 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 very excited. Um, a couple things that's going on, before we get into the topic, because it has nothing to do with the topic. And there's no introduction. I guess you can say my little 10 seconds before we get into the show. Um, show. Anyways, um, yeah, man, lots been going on. I saw the UFC fight last week because, my wife's sister graduated high school. So shout out to her. Congrats. Now you're in the adult world. Good luck. But no, really happy for her. Very, very happy. The UFC fight happened. Lost $20. It was Meep Meep uh, versus some other guy who was 6-0 who just knew about kicking. Shout out to the homie Caden for telling me about Meep Meep. And then, in honor of Meep Meep, at the end of the fight after he won, it's no spoiler, he just strangled him to death. Not death, but you know what I mean. He went, chee wee wees. So I guess that's something that him and his friend do. Sorry for headphone users. But yeah, it was a good fight. I mean, I lost $20 because I thought he was going to TKO him, but, strangling him works, I guess. Hope to see more of him. I'm very excited for the Conor McGregor fight whenever that is. I think it's at the end of the month. I really want him to succeed, man. He looks more shredded. Um, but yeah, I'm very, very, very excited. Well, I was looking forward to the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul just for Mike Tyson to knock him out, but I don't even know when the hell that is. What else is going on, real quick? Oh, I'm going to go see Inside Out 2. I just saw Planet of the Apes earlier this week. The Kingdom of Planet of the Apes. Loved it. I haven't seen. I saw the first movie, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, or yeah, I think that no Rise or Dawn. I need to watch the other two, but I know kind of what happened. Plus, they do like like a little recap. But it takes like a couple generations or a few generations after. Very excited. It was a really good movie. My if you follow me on social media, at Pavitos Casito, or if you want to follow me on my personal account, um, Albert.cueva. I think that's my one. That's my Instagram. Uh, but for Bobitos Casito, yeah, I'm posting a story about. I did post a story about how the screen froze during my movie theater, um, because there was like a weird power surge that got like all of all of like a certain area. It was really weird because I came home and everything was like there was like a huge power outage or something. So that was crazy. But they ended up fixing it and everything, and everything's like iPad now. It's not like even how they had the film back in the day, or not even then, like a CD. Like no, it's not like that anymore. It's literally all iPad based, and it's like they're fucking Apple screen sharing. That's the craziest shit. Um, And I didn't know that. Those of you who work in the movie theaters, yeah, let me know about that because I would really love to know about the insiders of the movie. I love movie theaters. Um, my uncle actually is an actor who has been in the movie. He was the stunt double for Michael Myers in Halloween 2, the most recent Halloween 2. Um, he was Jason and Freddy versus Jason, like things like that. He's also the Sasquatch for the beef jerky, so that's pretty cool. Um, love to have him on the show one day. That's when I'm figuring out how to do the video recording. I'm almost there. I just need to find a good spot to do video. Um, but without further ado, today's topic of the day. Oh, side note, follow us on social media at bobitos_casito. Love ya. Um, we're on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, Apple Podcasts. Keep those ratings going. But the topic of the day is the Mile High Club. For those of you who don't know what the Mile High Club is, you've been living under a rock. And for those who are very familiar with the Mile High Club, you all dirty. Y'all nasty people. Anyways, um, basically what it is people use it as a challenge or a certain club that Drew Barrymore is very encouraging of. She said in an article that she really encourages the Mile High Club, which is basically you go on an airplane. It doesn't matter, like Spirit, Delta, American, whatever you fucking are going to, um, whether you're going Vegas or anywhere. It doesn't matter as long as you're in a plane up in the air during cruise altitude. You and your person who you're ever going to do stuff with go into the bathroom, in the very tiny bathroom, and you guys do it like it like that. You know what I mean? um, and yeah, that's what it is. Once you're done, it used to be like a really big like congratulatory thing. I've seen like videos back in the day where people come out and they're all like celebrating like the newlywed couple or whatever. But now, I mean, obviously because there's kids. I mean, there's always kids there, but I guess it's like really frowned upon or it's illegal because it's like public indecency and things like that. But yeah, that's what the Mile High Club is. Just having sex, and they are playing during the high altitude, and you become part of this club. Like I said, Drew Barrymore's did part of it. A lot of people are part of it. I, for one, am not part of that Mile High Club just because I'm terrified of planes. Um, I am afraid of heights to an extent. Like roller coasters, totally fine. Love them. Can ride them for days. Airplanes, I'm good. Just because I had this experience when I was a kid. I'm not really a kid. I was like 14 trying to do my pilot's license training and things like that. They had this little program, and basically I did this. I didn't do the simulation. I passed all the tests, like I 100%ed everything, and then they took us on a stunt plane to trial fly. And this is back in LA, and we went on the trial plane, and my friend and I, we were best friends since elementary school. Shout out to Chris if you're listening. Um, miss you, buddy. Hope we can hang out soon. Check out his channel. He does a bunch of like Sonic gameplay. Really love it, actually. I loved it when he did Sonic Frontiers. Um, it's like Terrios, the number. I'm totally blanking. I'm very sorry, but check his. If you love Sonic gameplay, not just that, but like Smash Bros or anything like that, check him out. Highly recommend. Um, but so him and I, we went on this plane, and when we went on cruising altitude, he goes, "You got this." What? And I look, and he's passed the fuck out. Like he's not joking or anything. Like I go, "Haha, you're funny," and I grabbed on the fucking controls, and I was like, "What the fuck?" So we're in midair on the stunt plane, and this dude is literally passed the fuck out. And I'm here trying to like figure out what the hell to do, and I'm just like on cruising shit. My friend's freaking out in the back, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" And like I'm trying to wake him up. Um, I believe he had like a heart attack or something because like we were pushing on his chest and shit, trying to figure out everything's fine. Um, excuse me, but we ended up um getting to safety because he, you know, woke up, not woke up, but like we ended up getting him back up. He ended up getting consciousness after like 30 minutes of trying to like really wake him up, not wake him up, but like trying to help him. And he told us how to like land the plane and everything. It was fucking crazy. So after that, I am afraid of heights, or more specifically planes. I don't want to deal with that shit no more. Hold on, let me take a sip of coffee. That's a chocolate cream cold brew. Beautiful morning. Start your day off strong. Still waiting on that Men's Warehouse fucking um sponsorship. But yeah, I keep going like all over the fucking walls and shit. But yeah, that's why I'm afraid of heights. I won't bungee jump. I won't skydive. Uh, Back in the day, I know the personable thoughts are fucking coming up first instead of the articles, but you know, I'm having a good day, man. This has been a good week. Um, so you're gonna deal with it. Then I'll get into the articles. But my ex, this is how I knew I was truly like afraid of heights. My ex took me for our anniversary. I ruined our anniversary. Um, because I had a panic attack, and you know how Latinos are. They don't know what panic attacks are, or they think it's all in your head, and then you end up doing like all this blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? I didn't know what anxiety was till I was like 21, which is insane. Well, yeah, literally 21. Um, Basically, she took us parasailing, and I didn't know what that was, and I felt the thing like yank us because I thought like we were gonna jump and then it'll take no that thing yanks you and a parasailing is like when you sit down on a boat, they go really fast and then you get yanked and you fly in the air. I didn't know, and it freaked me the fuck out, and I was having a panic attack the whole time. She was like screaming woo, and I was like, oh my fucking god, and like freaking out, and it was like it was I once I mellowed out, it was fun, but like I was freaking out so hard, and it was so bad, and I felt awful. Um, for ruining anniversary, but like, it just freaked me the fuck out. I didn't know how to deal with it. And that's how I truly know I was afraid of heights. But let's get into the noticias absurdas. Chao. Te voy a hablar en español. ¿Ok? Solamente en español. Sí, sí se puede. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do the whole show in Spanish. That'd be nuts. I kind of want to do that for a subscriber only episode, but nobody know what the fuck I said except unless you speak Spanish, which a couple of you listeners speak Spanish. Appreciate you. Shout out Latino brethren. But basically, a couple's attempted to join the Mile High Club, but it went sideways and it forced an emergency landing. This happened last month. Basically, not everyone is attempting to join the Mile High Club. No, sorry, not everyone who has attempted to join the Mile High Club is as lucky as this birthday boy who was gifted the experience of a lifetime, obviously, by a stranger he met mid-flight. Basically, the birthday boy rock star couple, Ruby and Josie, fall into a selected group needing medical attention. So basically, he was a hairspray enthusiast, had the rock star lifestyle with the feather boa, and it went horribly wrong. So the couple snuck off for their experience in the middle of the public flight. And basically, the turbulence and lack of space made it more difficult than they thought, obviously, because those bathrooms are fucking tiny. The turbulence freaks me out. But the hot water ended up getting turned on. It started running down the girl's butt. So not fun. I bet that shit was hot. Not hot, like you know what I mean. Like this shit burned. And basically, they were a good 30,000 feet when they were. No, sorry. Basically, they're 30,000 feet up in the air, and they weren't. Things took. You know what? Fuck you, tongue. So things took the turn for the worse because they had the signature feather boa, and people were knocking on the door. So this is the quote for Ruby. I had my boa on, my signature boa, and I usually double wrap it, he explains. I don't just wear it as a scarf. What I do is wrap it around like this, and that looks like there's two of them. So What had ended up happening was the people knocking on the door caused Josie to accidentally bump into the flusher of the toilet, and Ruby's feather boa got caught in the toilet and ended up getting sucked down and flushed, making it like a difficult situation since he was basically getting choked out by the toilet. And his difficulty breathing, along with the pain, forced an emergency landing. So then he ended up going to the emergency room where he had a fractured hyoid bone, and it was having an anxiety attack. Basically, he almost died trying to join the Mile High Club. He made a full recovery. He's still, wearing the hairspray eyeliner, trying to be a rock star, but basically, yeah, trying to join the Mile High Club, he got strangled by a toilet. The other stranger's fine, but yeah, that's fucked. Imagine you just trying to enjoy your time, but also he's sounding like a douchebag a little bit. You didn't need to double wrap your feather boa. I think wearing the feather boa to begin with is pretty douchey, but to each his own. Yeah, that's story number 1 here, and like I said, I'm going to link all the articles in the description below, like I always do. Love you. The next one, for those of you who have ever been to LAX airport. Yeah, I had to take a long pause. Or short pause. You want to know why? Because it fucking sucks at LAX airport. Picking somebody up or dropping somebody off, or you're there for it's like the DMV. You're there for hours. Not necessarily all the time. Depends when you go, but it's awful. People don't know how to fucking drive. I mean, people don't know how to drive anywhere. But it's just chaos, especially when you're in the airport. It's huge. You need to go to a certain terminal. You need to deal with the people. You need to deal with the front desk who literally say, go screw yourself because your luggage is 0.1 over the weight limit, or to do a carry-on or whatever. And you were literally just to have your socks, shoes, and underwear in it and toothbrush because you're only going away for the weekend. Get on your ass. The flight's cancel. You're there for hours. The food's never open no matter what time you go. You get there at 11, it's closed. You get there at 6 a.m., it's closed. You get there at 5 p.m., it's closed. It's never open. Nothing is ever open except that weird convenience stand that sells the knockoff fucking Apple Podcasts. The bar sometimes is 24 hours, but and the expensive ass fish and chips. It's just not a good experience at LAX airport. Sky Harbor Airport, not as bad. But Phoenix Airport, or not Phoenix Airport, LAX Airport was fucking awful. But speaking of awful, there are some really bad airlines. I'm not going to go into details of which ones, but you know what they are. It makes turbulence look like you're in the back seat of a low rider truck, doom, 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 doom. Yeah, I take you to the candy shop. You know what I mean? It's makes it you're fucking just going up and down and shit. But let me get into this. So Spirit Airlines, there was a brutal brawl at the check-in counter. It was a 4v1. So it's a wild video. Like I said, if you want to check it out, you just click on the article, or I might post it. Depends. We'll see. But basically, officers responded to an incident late Tuesday. This happened on literally 2 weeks ago. Receiving reports of a fight, officers identified 5 individuals, one of whom suffered minor injuries, basically got his ass kicked. Basically, a rep for Spirit tells us that the 4 employees of the third-party service that they use have been suspended by the company pending investigation. The airline added violence of any kind is not tolerated, and they plan to take appropriate action. So, what had happened? The check-in counter spiraled into chaos after a heated argument turned into an airport beatdown, and it was all caught on video. The crazy fight went down. I wasn't even LAX airport, but still. Should have told you guess the airport. But this is the Baltimore Washington International Airport. It wasn't clear what led to the brawl, but it seemed one man was not too happy with the Spirit team, so they matched his energy. This is per quote the news article. They said, and they matched his energy, ganging up on the dude and whooping on him. So basically, I'm watching the video right now. It says the dude squares up at the desk, but he's taken by surprise by a swarm of dudes who apparently appear. They look like they're in Spirit employee uniforms, but they come running behind the counter and start throwing fucking punches, quickly laying his ass out. From there, you could see it turns into a good old fashioned beating with the group of the fighters laying blows to the man and laying where he was basically held down and punched and kicked. For the most part, the video is just the group holding this guy down before one of them lands a cheap shot at the end. It wasn't like that brutal, but people reached out to the cops, and so far there's no word back on anyone. But yeah, that's basically what happened. If you actually look at the video, this dude just starts squaring up on these fucking check-in people, and I don't care what position. Like, obviously, some shit had to be said or went down to get to that fucking point. And I've worked in the medical industry. I worked as a server. I worked in a bunch of fucking jobs. If you've been listening, you know what the fuck I've been going through. And being a check-in, being at the check-in desk and checkout desk, I couldn't even imagine at the airport. Dealing with people fucking yelling at you because some airlines decide to cancel flights or, change seats or shit like that last minute. Like, I understand it could be very frustrating, but you have no control over that as a check-in desk. You're just supposed to relay in the information. You're just a messenger. It's the customer is not always right. I know it's very controversial, but sometimes they just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk shit over and over again. So sometimes they get, as you saw, a fucking beat down. But damn, man, I don't know what the fuck. I really want to know the conversation. But I'll put a little bonus extra fucking news story for you. The latest stream of incidents happened at an airport kiosk caught on video. Also, give me your opinion on to see who was in the right or wrong in that incident. The 4 guys or the 1 person. Latest stream of incidents happened last month. A woman had a meltdown at LAX, berating the staff before she realized she was in the wrong, and another person blew up at her about her period at a desk in January. Basically, yeah. So basically, she was yelling at them about her period, about how cramping and didn't have accommodations for her period, but then they were trying to tell her where to get the certain items, how to help her, and things like that. She just wasn't having it, and another woman yelled at her and told her to fucking listen. But yeah, LAX airport, woo! Oh my god, people are wild, man. I don't know what the fuck. I've had a not at the airport, but like I've had to yell at some people to shut the fuck up or like talk shit to them because they were being in the wrong at like at an establishment. Like there's this one guy who was just being a straight asshole at a fucking Target because his shit wasn't scanning, or like he didn't want to sign up for a rewards membership, but he just kept talking shit about it. So I finally got annoyed because I had my one item. He had his like cart. And I was like, dude, just hit skip if you don't want a fucking membership. And then he got all like, oh, no, it's not even about that. And I'm like, dude, just fucking pay your shit and get the fuck out. And he ended up hitting skip and being quiet, paying for shit, and then leave. And I'm like, yeah, you're going to talk shit to a fucking person who's smaller than you. And like, because the cashier was tinier and like a kid. She was like a high school kid. And this older dude is just being a fucking asshole. But yeah, when a grown ass man is yelling at you, you can't take the heat. Someone your size, like, come on, asswipe. But yeah, that was noticias absurdas, man. Next up, we got tell me the cheese, man. Ooh. Welcome to Tell Me the Cheese Man, where I look up the advice columns and give the babito that gives the advice. Yeah, and basically, I give advice. If you got any cheese stories, please let me know because I've got some cheese stories for you, such as I went on a date with a girl and she left after eating. I'm 20 years old and I'm trying to date, but it's been hard because I'm short. I'm 5'6". In my state, guys seem to be really tall, and it doesn't help that short guys are getting trashed pretty hard on social media. I ended up matchmaking with a girl, and we started talking, and eventually she asked for my height. That's fucked. At least she asked for some shit that you can't control. I mean, some people have height preferences, but still, you know. I told her and was expecting her to stop talking to me, but she didn't. We set up a date, and I was really nervous, but I was also excited. I haven't been on a date before. This was my first. I made sure I looked nice and picked a nice restaurant. I have to stop there because, like, what is considered a nice restaurant? Like, it might be nice to you, but it might be not nice to her, and that's how you know it's kind of like a red flag because some women think Cheesecake Factory is like a no go for a first date, or even like a simple like cafe, or like back in LA there used to be they still are. It's called what the fuck is it called? Starts with a U. Urban Cafe? No, Earth Cafe. Um, And I would like to go on dates there because it's a nice coffee place where you can get good food, great environment, looks great. You know, it's to get to know somebody because the first date you're just trying to get to know them. You know, I would take somebody there. I mean, I've got ghosted there a couple times, but it is what it is. You know, keep your head up high, King. Um, but you know, a lot of what I've seen on social media, not a lot of women, I'm generalizing it, which I'm not supposed to, but basically, a lot of people or a lot of women have made this column. Like you've seen it on TikTok, that's the trend of like places they don't want to eat, and they listed off like a lot of fucking places. Like they said that not to go on a first date was the Olive Garden, PF Chang's, Cheesecake Factory, any sort of cafe, Starbucks, any fast food, which is understandable because you're on a first date. The first fast food one, I get it, but like for a restaurant, like a movie theater, I understand because it's the first date. You don't want to fucking movie theater dates are like second or third date, not the first because you're not going to be talking unless you do like dinner and then a movie, which is okay. Um, yeah, or like a bar. Like there's so many like they a lot of like people. If you actually look at the list, I'm gonna try to find it, but it's just so bad. Have you seen that one video of the one girl who's like, "I'm not going to Cheesecake Factory. I'm all dressed up. I need a like a Ruth Chris or whatever." And I'm like, "No, fuck, it's fucked. I don't like that shit. I would have just dropped them off back home if they're like, because Cheesecake Factory growing up was a fucking luxury. You know, going once every like other month or so, like it was fun. I knew a dude who went to Cheesecake Factory every week. It was crazy. I was just like, what the fuck? I was like, how do you do that? But let me continue on with the story. She got to the restaurant, but everything felt different. She wasn't engaging much in the conversation, seemed disinterested. It was 30 minutes of me trying to stir up conversation, but she wasn't interested. She left to use the bathroom, but after a few minutes, I realized she left. It was a pretty expensive meal too. See, you don't take them to this fucking expensive ass restaurant. They got their meal, and she got her meal and did. I see tall guys around the campus in relationships, but I don't think I'll get to experience that. I just don't feel good about myself anymore. And then he just wants to say thank you for any advice, and just I'm gonna keep trying. I mean, I really don't think he should put himself down. And I know a lot of short kings that gone through a bunch of shit, but you got to keep your head high and not give a fuck about what anybody says. Just keep on pushing. She wasn't the one for you. She obviously just wanted the meal, and now for next time. Like, just don't deal with that bullshit. Don't what is it? Don't suscept yourself, or don't subject yourself. There you go. Subject yourself to this bullshit. If I don't know. It's just like it irks me a certain way where it's just like with people getting used. It fucking irks me. Um, for like a meal or anything like that, or just attention. Like you ain't serious, then don't date. If you just want a free meal, go somewhere else where like a fucking sugar daddy will get you a free meal or some shit. Um, but yeah, when people are genuinely trying to find connections and then they fuck it up, it just irritates me. Not this person, like what basically, like, you know what I mean. I'm not gonna explain myself, but anyways, yes, that was the first story. um, yeah, and then here's a funny one here. This is funny to me. This is why I picked it out. I have a problem with a seagull at work. Like, I'm a line cook. I go smoke by the dumpsters a few times a day. We get seagulls in our parking lot. It is It is a well-known restaurant. It's busy. Tourists are sloppy with their fries, and suspect the tourists are feeding the seagulls because it's cute, even though it's very against the rules. Yeah, in California, you don't feed the fucking seagulls because they're pests, bro. Like, you're laying down on the beach and they fucking grab your chips or some shit or your hot dog and they fucking run off with it. But um, regardless, the gulls do not fear man or God. They are used to people. A few weeks back, one of the gulls swooped down and took my cigarette. I think he thought it was a French fry, and I giggled and went about my day. However, it happened a few times since then. I know it's the same seagull because he has a dark spot on his chest, and I call him the pestilence. This man is really beefing with a fucking seagull. Like, they're sworn enemies through time. They're rivals. Being like, the thousand sons of God will not prevent me from striking you down, you fucking seagull. I will rain down upon you like the hammer of Thor. I'm referencing Always Sunny in Philadelphia, by the way. Shout out if you watch that, because Dennis is fucking nuts. Um, but basically, I'm concerned he's now addicted to nicotine. He's by the dumpsters the same time as my breaks every single day. This is obviously not good for him. I'm getting mad about him bumming off my smokes, because smokes are expensive. Yeah, the tax, it's fucking nuts, man. I think it's like $16 or $20 for a fucking card, or 50. Um, I'm concerned he's now addicted to nicotine. I already said that. I'm getting mad. Do I try quit smoking? I'll make noise. I'll make the noise and try to appear large to scare him off. But pestilence is hip to my tricks. Have work cracked down on tourists feeding the seagulls. What do I do? Are there sonar weapons such as like a dog whistler, some shit? Uh, I'm being bullied by a seagull. He's also stole $10 from my coworker. It's a very rural area, so we don't have animal rescue or animal control. Um, and they just laugh when we called. Any advice is welcome, and I'm serious. He sucks, and I care about wildlife, but he's probably too doesn't need to be smoking. But I mean, if you really want to get your smoking, just do like a vape. I mean, cigarettes are bad for you anyway. Um, so yeah, I would say probably get a vape. But um, or if you want to quit smoking altogether, go ahead and do that. But here's a little update for you. The pestilence was off today due to rain, and I'm going to get photos or videos of the seagull, because this is hilarious. I've been down lately, and it's been much appreciated. Thank you for listening to my story, donating to animal rescues, dare programs. But basically, this is a woman. It's easy to get those confused. A writer about a published chat book. Yeah, thanks again. Pestilence, he has fans. Yet again, he's a terrible listener. Can't get my accent. That's hilarious. But yeah, basically, this is so fucking funny about how much they're beefing. these seagulls are beefing with, or the seagull is beefing with this person. Like they're sword fucking enemies. It's so funny. Um, these is They should make a cartoon show about that. It's like a Tom and Jerry, but it's a fry cook or a line cook versus seagull. I paid for that. But yeah, and that was Totally the Cheese Day. So funny. Next we got food for thought, and I got some good things in honor of Father's Day for you, just in case you need them last minute Father's Day food ideas or what to do if you're on a budget or anything like that. So here we go into food for thought. Ba-dum-ba. Food for thought. Food for thought. Does whatever a food for thought. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna fucking sing for you guys. I'm not a good singer anyway, unless it's John Mayer or jazz music. No, I'm just kidding. Basically, you know how Father's Day is on June 16th, and if you haven't found a gift yet, we have some ideas for you. The best way to a man's stomach is through his man's heart is through his stomach. Obviously, you've heard that before. Food is arguably one of the best ways to show love and appreciation, especially to a dad, because he doesn't, unless you buy him like tools or some shit. That's a lot of people get on Father's Day. It's just like a tool or something, or something of their hobby if they have it, things like that. But there is food. So there is free and discounted food that's even better and rounds up Father's Day weekend or Father's Day score. So here's a couple ways of, or what's open basically. So Arby's. Arby's always has shit. Arby's members can get a $5 roast beef sandwich during this week. Last day is on Father's Day, but you have to place the order through the app. Auntie Anne's, but Wetzel's Pretzels is a little better. I love Wetzel's. Shout out to Wetzel's. Auntie Anne's, basically, if you buy a $25 gift card, you get $5 reward. Easy, simple, which you can use on the 23rd. Bullshit. Baskin Robbins. I love Baskin Robbins. Basically, if you use the app to pre-order a Dad by Par cake or a cold one cake, you get $5 off any ice cream cake that's at least $25 with the code DAD. That's DAD. And you have to order it before the 15th. Or you have to order it from the 1st to the 15th. And this thing is going to get posted on the 15th. So, yeah, you're welcome for the last minute news. Buffalo Wild Wings. Who doesn't like to celebrate with wings? Dads love wings. I love wings. Bone-in family all the way. I like boneless too, but oh look, haha! I didn't even read it yet. But basically, for a limited time, you get all you can eat boneless wings and fries for $19.99 every Monday and Wednesday through the month of June, and you get 6 free wings with any purchase of $10. When you do to go order, when you use the code Go Wings, so that's pretty good. I'm just shooting these lists down. I'm just. Oh, you ever want to hear something funny? Ask your for your men out there, ask your girl to make a machine gun noise or a sniper noise. It's the funniest thing ever, and you'll laugh. Unless they actually do a good job, and then you'll be impressed. But still, for Cinnabon, if you purchase a $25 gift card, you get a $5 reward. Obviously. Do they even have a Coffee Bean in Arizona? But anyways, for Coffee Bean, loyalty members can receive a free beverage from 12 p.m. to close on June 16th. Oh, on Father's Day, yes. For Dave & Buster's, you basically can get a $2 beer and 50% off all food. Dunkin' Donuts, basically you get triple points, and if you get a half a dozen or a dozen donut order and 25. Oh, so basically this includes all that, and you get a score of $1. Basically, you can also score a $1 chocolate chunk cookie through the 30th of June. Freddy's, I don't know what the fuck Freddy's are, but basically you get $5 off, a $15 reward on the menu. Insomnia cookies, Haven't never heard of that, but you bring dad to Insomnia and you get 2 free cookies with any purchase. Damn, there's a lot of shit. I'm barely halfway through the list. Jack in the Box, you get 50% off any shake or a dessert with a $5 order. Burger King is the one with that good ass Hershey's pie. If you haven't had that, highly recommend it. Oh my god. Because there's like fast food desserts that I love. It goes Hershey's pie at the very top. Then after that, it's the Jack in the Box Oreo shake because it's nostalgic for me. After that, it's the McDonald's 2016 apple pie, not the new apple pie. If you want an apple pie that tastes like the McDonald's apple pie, it's the Arby's one. But yeah. Ugh, so good. Oh, and the cookies, the McDonald's cookies too. I don't like the KFC cookies. They taste like shit. And then the Panda Express ones taste like the grandma cookies from the grandma ones with the picture of grandma. They changed it actually into a cartoon grandma. But Jamba Juice, $30 in gift or $30 gift card and get $10 in rewards. You get a free delivery on Father's Day when you order online through KFC. Moe's Southwest Grill. If you get a $30 gift card, you get two $5 that can be redeemed through August 31st. Panda Express. If you buy a $30 gift card, you get a free Panda Bowl. Red Robin. On Father's Day, kids' meals are 50% off. What? I feel like they should have done more. Like on Father's Day, like dads get their meal 50% off. I feel like that would have been better. Shalotsky is the 30 and 10 pack. Smash Burgers is $15 of Smash Cash with a purchase of 60. These are awful. Like these are awful. Or like here, Smoothie King is a good one. You get a free 12 ounce of a Dude Perfect smoothie with any purchase of 20 ounce or larger. See, that's fine. But like these are just gift card offers. I hate that. You buy a $20 gift card to $5 back. Like I don't like that. Like step up. Step up your game. And then for Sonic, last but not least, get a Sonic New Groovy Fries just for $1 through June. But yeah, like it's just so irritating. Like, step your game up, my guys. Like, I don't know. Like for Father's Day, like just be like, oh, half off, or buy one get one free beer for every beer purchase. Like, you know what I mean? Like something. Like just step your game up. These are all like I was researching this, trying to find Father's Day themed stuff. They were like, oh yeah, recipes to make for Father's Day, and it's all barbecue shit, obviously. Smash Burgers, the best. But like not even Texas Roadhouse had anything. Or like Outback Steakhouse. I've never been to an Outback Steakhouse. I don't know what the fuck they have there besides steak. Olive Garden didn't have shit like you know what I mean? Like sports bars didn't have anything. Dads, I don't know, man. I'm not a dad, but like for Father's Day, if I was a dad, I would either want to relax and have a barbecue or go to the movies because I love the movies. Go to a bar and just have fun with my family and the boys, or like something, or have like a poker night, but like have good food or like discount on pizza because I don't know, dads like pizza and beer. That's just so irritating. Like, step your game up, fast foods. Coffee break. Not sponsored by Starbucks. Dutch Bros, they make their shit too strong. Ugh. But I kind of want to go back to Dutch Bros just because how nice they were. Black Rock has good coffee too. Um, if there's other coffee places I would like to try, I would love to. I want to get my own coffee maker, um, but I want to get like those high, not the Keurig ones, because those are kind of like shit. Um, but I kind of want to like have like the actual pot, so make my like home brewed coffee or whatever. Make myself like my own iced coffee, shit like that. I want that. Like I want the kettle. Um, I don't like the Keurig shit. But yeah, I haven't tried any new food places. I recently went to Subway and had a meatball. Oh no, the Boss. Actually, yeah. Here we go. So I went to Subway and had the Boss, which is a meatball marinara with Parmesan and pepperoni, and it was good. Never had that shit before, which I mean, I'm stupid enough not to try it with pepperoni on a meatball sub, but I highly recommend it. They also have really good wraps. The honey mustard chicken wrap that had basically um, lettuce, tomato, onion, rotisserie chicken with honey mustard, and I love their honey mustard. Um, but yeah, recommend that if you're also looking for a healthy grind. That's good. They also do it on a wrap, so it's great. Um, the tuna wraps are great at Subway. Um, I miss Ike's. I used to get the Yoshi, which is the eggplant parmesan with mozzarella sticks on it. I haven't been to Ike's in a while since I moved here. Um, oh yeah, for those of you going to watch Inside Out, I'm going to go try to get the popcorn bucket that looks like the Core Memories, and it comes with a drink. I'm going to try to get that because I'm very excited. But um, yeah, those were food for thoughts. I kind of like sped by because there was a lot of shit. Uh, yeah, I'm going to link the article just in case I spoke too fast. But but next up, we got personable thoughts and basically, I've never. This is personal thoughts. So I'm just jumping right into it. Um, and if you're wondering why I'm on one or I sound like I'm like fucking going off or crazy, this coffee's getting to me. I'm in a good mood. I'm really excited for Inside Out 2. Like I'm just very excited. But basically, I've never. I don't know. I'm trying to like think back when I did go to like airplanes because back when I first started seeing um my wife basically we would fly and um when I had to fly I was so focused on like being calm on the flight because I hate turbulence. It freaks me out. Like I grip the fucking seat and everything. This one time, this was before I met her, I was on an airplane by myself going somewhere, and I fucking had to have a stranger hold my hand during takeoff. Like, like that's how freaked out I was. I still am. I have to. I drive everywhere. I can't. I don't like planes, but unless I have to, I'll do it. But I have to take a couple shots of whiskey before I calm down. And you're like, hey, how do you go to like? What are you gonna do when you're gonna fly to Florida? And like, you want to go to Disney World? You want to take cruises to the Caribbean? Like, what are you gonna do? Cruises are fine. Happy, love boats. Um, and for planes that are like hours long, or like if I want to go out of the state, um, I'm just gonna deal with it. Go to sleep, drink, and that's it. Not get too drunk because I don't want to get kicked off the plane or banned from airlines. Um, but it's just crazy. I've never done the Mile High Club, nor have I ever wanted to attempt it. I just never wanted. The bathrooms are too small. There's too much public. You might get in trouble and they're banned off of airlines and shit like that. It's a no go to do that shit now, unless like you're in a private jet. Then I'll do a fucking Mile High Club if I had my own private jet. Um, but or even those like airplanes with like the beds in them that are like the walls are there. Um, but yeah, like there's no If you have done it, low key jealous because like good shit, but like I don't know. I haven't been on planes enough, or I haven't traveled enough to where I've wanted to do that, um, or I've had the opportunity. Like everybody at some point in their life has done like public stuff, like not public stuff, like I mean, could you consider car sex public sex? I don't know. I mean, you're out in public at a park or like at a garage or at the top of a garage or something. Everybody's done that where they're at the top of a garage in a car, nobody's around, and you're doing it because you don't want to do it at home or like it's just in the moment or things like that, and you want to get down. Um, but like, some people have done it on hikes. Um, some people have done it like in other places. Like I don't know. Um, I don't know. Not gonna out myself telling you where I've done shit. I've done some shit. Um, but I don't know. But like just a plane, I've never thought about that. Like, yeah, I never thought about that. It's just yeah, I just never thought about that. Yeah. Sorry to keep dwelling on it. I'm just literally like, huh. Yeah, I mean, I've done like a bunch of places, but I never like did that. Um, but with that being said, I did get a question for a Q&A. I've been trying to get Q&A questions for a while. Um, been posting it on my social, things like that. But this one, I'm going to leave you with this before ending the show. Um, just, yeah. Just want to say, like I said, love you guys. Please follow us on social media, Pavitos_Casito. Thank you so much. The views are getting higher and higher. And just, you know, this journey has been really great. Let's keep it going. I hope someday I get to episode 100 or 50. And I'm very, very, very excited of where this show is going and the direction of it. And this is not even like, this doesn't feel like a job for me. This feels like, just an experience. But, anyways, I'm going to leave you with this, and then I'm also give you my answer. Basically, if you could get millions of dollars to face your greatest fear for 3 hours, would you do it? And, I commented this, hell yeah, I would. Because, I would basically be in a plane for 3 hours with turbulence, like heavy turbulence. I'm going to land safely and I'll be fine. Or I got to be in a fucking room with dolls because I have a doll phobia of like because back in the day, I we were in a Big Bear cabin and there's this weird fucking doll that was like a life size doll that was in the closet that nobody knew about, and it was like a creepy ass like Alice in Wonderland, like dressed up like Alice in Wonderland, and it was like a blonde doll with a blue dress and shit, and it was tall, and it was creepy as fuck, and it kept popping up at places that nobody touched. Like we would put it in the attic, and it would it was like a creaky house, so like if you knew somebody tried to get into the attic, you would hear it, and it was just creepy as shit. And so that's why I have doll phobia. Like I can't go into an American Girl doll house. You know what those American Girl doll places? I can't go in there without getting anxiety. Um, yeah, there's a couple of things like Barbie dolls don't creep me out. It's like those like real like like those American Girl doll life size dolls like shit like that, like Annabelle, not the actual like the Pootie just moaned. My cat just literally went. Yeah, see, she don't like fucking cats either, or not cats, dolls either. But yeah, so I can't like those types of dolls. Freak me out, but I'll deal with it. I'll fucking deal with it to be a millionaire. And I want to hear what your thoughts are down below, down in the comments below. Um, Because would you do it? With those of you who have like arachnophobia, deal with a fucking room full of spiders for 3 hours, snakes or bugs or heights or even people. If you're afraid of people, like you have to be social for 3 hours. Like, sorry for the weird cut. My audio system literally like cut out right as I was like in the groove. But yeah. Um, so yeah, leave the comment down below. Love you guys so much. Thank you so much for listening. And I love our new intro and outro. Those are one of my favorites. But yeah, love you guys. Stay tuned. And y'all are welcome to the casito anytime. Te quiero mucho. Mi familia. Nosotros son Babitos Casito. Gracias.